Well, so I was working here in Barcelona in the roads, and yeah, I just wanted to document a little bit, a day in the life maybe. And I was doing a random run, and I came up with this. I'll show you, right? Like a Roman amphitheater. So yeah, that's pretty sick. And yeah, I basically, you know, did that short period of 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. And it was cool, to be honest, to to just expand all the shit about the online entrepreneur stuff, and just to chill, just doing nothing, to be honest. And yeah, I basically want to show you 3 things, at least, that I noticed to be quite good in this period. And yeah, let's do it. So first and foremost, I always hated like people doing this kind of videos and just, I don't know, like just saying things they learn. But truth be told is that I sort of relearned it, right? It's not something that you experience just once and you learn, but again, I could have read a long time ago and just feel it again right now. So that's why. So the first one is actually, I don't know, people always say, is it most important the journey, the destination? And I kind of disagree with that, or any of the both options. Like, what I noticed to be most important is the company, is to have good people around you that you can develop the period of over a long period of time. I noticed that most of the time it's just useless to waste time with people that, I don't know, just feel you can't develop something over the long term, over the period of 10 years or whatever, right? Because you don't really know a person, right? Even after a week, you don't know a person. After 1 year, you don't know a person. After 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, maybe you don't know a person, right? Because let's be honest, and most of the time, it's just about being nice or whatsoever. So when the real shit comes, right, that's when like the true self manifests, right? That's when the core self manifests. It's very easy because, I don't know, I feel like most of the time it's not about the true persons, right? Or even myself. It's just about what we may think, what we want ourselves, the other want to think about ourselves, right? It's just an image that we put on the others. So I don't know, that's why I came to this, I would say, realization or whatever. Clip for the vlog. Now I'm running. Started the day with a simple run, and yeah, I already did it. And I should meet it the place I'm in Barcelona, right? I mean, that's the place where the 92 Olympics were held, right? That's like, I will show you the photos in the video. And I know, for me, just sick place. It really reminds me, something about Greece, right? But at the same time, they keep the place safe. Like, I came up, I think 2 days ago, and I don't know, there were people jogging, running, doing yogas, and yeah, what to think? Because a lot of times, Olympic villages are just, or Olympic places are just destroyed or sold to someone else. But in this case, they keep the place and they use it again. Like Barcelona, FC Barcelona, the soccer team, used to play here for years maybe, when the Camp Nou was, they were rebuilding the Camp Nou. So that's safe. I mean, I show you the view. That we have a 360-degree of Barcelona, and that's the Sagrada Familia. So continue what I was saying. Not that you should have 2 years period of share experience with someone else, like, I don't know, in 1 week or 2 weeks, but yeah, that's a really cool thing to keep in mind, right? And I learned it through time. Even when you're doing business, like, you try to be, I would say, really patient and slow to trust, not because of something incredible shit or some incredible enemy, but just take it easy. So second thing is just about habits or something like that. And basically I read it in the book called Rethinking of Adam Grant. And the main concept was about just about the habit of rethinking about something of your choices of about your own responses that you give to yourself, because most of the time there's always a better choice or worse choice that we can actually go through, right? But at the same time, just the habit of looking again about the choice, right? Or you don't even have to look it as a mistake, right? It doesn't have to hurt your ego, but at the same time it keeps you continuing on going on, exploring, on being curious, right? The main thing is just constantly being curious, because I noticed that most of the time things are easier to do, right? But when curiosity and basically other things, that when it comes to creating things, so basically even reading, I mean, if you're curious about reading any sort of topic, like you have to be even a little bit curious before. Right, sorry for the audio, it was sucks. I bought this new thing, but anyway, it's pretty cool place. And yeah, it is, I don't know, I feel like something that I've sort of understand it, but at the same time sort of missing, because being too sure that something will work, right? You have to be confident that it can work, right? That you have a chance to make it work out. But truth be told, it's just it takes time, and when you and the ability to see the big fish, or even work for a big fish, take years. Right? It takes years of skills, and basically your intuition has to develop, your knowledge has to develop. So that's why just action, and it's basically pretty superficial level stuff, just working, right? Develop your own curiosity or something like that. Rethinking again, and it's something that I've done a lot. Like, I randomly ask a lot of people, are you sure about that, right? Or am I sure about this? I don't know. Not because I don't believe in the project itself or in someone else itself, but just to explore more options, because as I told you, most of the time it's just to understand what can be done, right? What is the real truth behind it. Guys, tell me this place is sick without saying it that is sick. I mean, come on. Fun fact, I think in this stadium, right, in the 92 Olympics, Michael Jordan went here, they win the gold medal, and the US men's basketball team win the gold medal, and that's very sick. You can go inside too, in the stadium. So yeah, they were awarded right here, and the US team was sponsored by Reebok, but Michael Jordan was sponsored by Nike, and yeah, he was sort of like, he didn't want to show the sponsor, so he put a flag, an American flag, in front of himself without showing the sponsor, and winning the Olympic gold and getting the Olympic gold in the award ceremony. So I mean, that's just a fun fact. Coming up next day, the first thing that I learned is actually how much little good people are in this world, to be honest. And what I mean by so is, people who actually do stuff, do real stuff, and just don't talk for work, right? I just found, I don't know, so many superficial stuff, so many things that don't have any fucking science to exist. And yeah, a great example is just looking at who you're listening to. Is it a giver or a taker? I'm not talking about energy or anything like that, but just a giver, someone that do something for you that is not just a zero sum, right? That want to keep something and put something on the table, right? And yeah, truth be told, like, it's just extremely rare, to be honest. Not that in past, I suppose, was different, but I don't know, this period just sucked me a lot, right? Maybe, as I was saying before, we think, right? So yeah, again, in this amphitheater is the next day, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I really hope that a guy like me was, I don't know, 16, 17, 18, even 20, wherever age you are, 25, 30, 35, wherever, can actually learn something. I don't mean to give any sorts of kind of fundamental advice or whatever it is. I'm just sharing what I experienced, what I learned from basically other people, from the best from experience, and yeah, that's pretty much for it. Thanks for watching.